Hello viewers, I convey my warm regards to all of you. I am here with my video The Tempest Act 1 Scene 2. In this video I will cover lines from 510 to 580. This video will complete Act 1 Scene 2. So we start from line 510, the speech of Miranda. Why speaks my father so ungently? So when Miranda sees that her father is becoming harsh with Ferdinand, so Miranda just registers her disagreement. She says that why my father speaks in such harsh manner, ungentle manner. This is the third man that ever I saw, the first that ever I sighed for. Actually, throughout my life, I have never seen any other man except my father and Caliban. So this was the third man whom I am seeing now, and my heart is feeling pain for him. So pity move my father to be inclined my way. I wish that my father should not be so harsh with him. Instead, I wish that my father's heart should also be touched by pity in the same manner as my heart is touched. So Ferdinand says, "Oh, if a virgin and your affection not gone forth, I will make you the queen of Naples." So when Ferdinand looks or hears the words of Miranda, he understands that Miranda is also having the same feelings, same emotions for him. So therefore he says that, "Oh, if a virgin, your affection is not gone forth." Means if your affection, if you also have the same pinch of love for me as I am feeling for you, so I promise you that I will make you the queen of Naples. Indirectly, he proposes Miranda that if you marry me, if you love me and agree to marry me, so you will become the queen of Naples. Prospero, soft sir, one word more. So Prospero at once scolds him, say, "Just listen, let me talk to something." And aside means he speaks to himself, they are both in either's powers, but the swift business I must make uneasy. He says that they both seem to be captured by one another. They are in the, you can say, imprisonment of one another. But so quickly they have fallen in love. So if their love is accepted so easily, so this will not be good thing. I must make their journey of love a little bit slower. All the things which come easily in our life don't have any value. So therefore he wants to make this business a little slow. Lest too light winning make the prize light. Because when something is won easily without making much efforts, so that winning does not have any value. It loses its significance. So therefore, if Ferdinand and Miranda, they both find each other so easily, so they will not value each other. Therefore, Prospero in a very, you can say, threatening voice speaks to Ferdinand, "One word more, I charge thee that thou attend me." He speaks to Ferdinand that, yes, you come here, I want to talk to you. I charge thee means I command you that you come and listen to me. You have to serve me. Thou does here usurp the name thou owest not. Line number 520. He says that you usurp the name that does not belong to you. Prospero wants to tell Ferdinand that by saying that he is going to be the king of Naples, so it means he has stolen the name of, he has stolen the title of Alonso, the real king of Naples. So that's why he says that by claiming to be the king of Naples, you have usurped, means you have stolen the title from someone else, and has put thyself upon this island as a spy to win it from me, the Lord on it. Or maybe you have come here intentionally. You may be a spy, you may be a detective. You must be in a way trying to win this island from me. Okay, because I am the lord of this island. So maybe you have come here just to snatch this island from me. Ferdinand, no, as I am a man. But Ferdinand at once refuses this blame, refuses this charge. He denies the charge, saying that no, it is not the case. I am a simple man. Miranda, there is nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. Miranda is so much mesmerized. She is enchanted by the, you can say, generosity of Ferdinand, by the handsome figure of Ferdinand, that she thinks that is this Ferdinand, this man is like a temple, and as in temple nothing evil can ever sustain. So what ill thing, what ill will can live in this man? She denies this fact that this man can ever have some evil intentions. If the evil spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it. Miranda says in line number 525, she says that if evil spirits have so beautiful figure, so beautiful house refers to the body, the structure, the appearance of Ferdinand. So if evil spirits dwell in so beautiful body, so I think good things also will like to accompany the evil spirits just to live in this handsome figure. Prospero to Ferdinand, follow me. But Prospero does not pay attention to the words of Miranda. He rather speaks to Ferdinand that you come after me, speak not you for him. And he scolds his daughter that you need not advocate for this man. You will not just support him. He is a traitor. You do not know who is he. He must be a traitor. So you just stay away from this matter. Come, I will manacle thy neck and feet together. 539. He says that Ferdinand, come with me. Till now, he does not call him by name. He simply says that you come and I will manacle thy neck and feet together. Means I will tie your neck and feet. Means I will keep you in chains. I will now make you my prisoner. Sea water shalt thou drink, thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, withered roots and husks, wherein the acorn cradled for. So you just follow me, you will have to live like a prisoner now. You are a slave of mine. So sea water will be given to you for drinking, you will get your food from fresh brooks, etc. And the dry roots of trees will be given to you, not fruits will be given to you. Overall, he tells him that you will be treated just like a slave who is imprisoned or who is captured in chains. But Ferdinand resists. No, I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power. Line number 535. Since Ferdinand is the prince, he is the king, son of king of Naples. So therefore, he has that spirit of a prince. He at once resists. No, I do not agree with you. I am not ready to be your slave. You cannot enslave me. I will resist means I will oppose such kind of treatment till you prove that you are stronger than me. You are treating me like your enemy. So my enemy will have to prove that he is stronger than me. Only then he can chain me. Draws and is charmed from moving. So as soon as he speaks these words, in a fury he draws his sword. But what happens? He is charmed from moving. He cannot move. He becomes just like a statue. It is the, you can say, enchantment of that island, or maybe the enchantment of Prospero. So Miranda looks at both of them. She says, "Oh dear father, make not too rash a trial of him, for he is gentle and not fearful." She again interferes. She says, "My father, please, you need not be so angry with him. Don't put him to such trial. I don't think that he is a dangerous person. He seems to be very gentle. He does not appear to be a fearful person. So you need not worry." But Prospero in line 540 says, "What I say, my foot, my tutor." He says, what? I should learn from my foot. Refers to means I should learn from my inferiors. My foot, my tutor. My foot is becoming my tutor. Tutor refers to head. So you are inferior to me, my daughter, who does not have as much wisdom as I do have. So should I learn from you how to treat with this man? Put thy sword up, traitor, who makest a show but darest not strike. He speaks to Ferdinand that, "O traitor, okay, just raise your sword high, because I know that you can show your sword, but you cannot use it. You do not have the courage to use your sword against me, but you simply are making a show of your bravery. Thy conscience is so possessed with guilt." Why he cannot show his bravery? In reality, because his conscience is possessed with guilt. Guilt of acclaiming that he is the king of Naples. So he says that Your conscience is guilty, therefore you cannot use your sword. Come from thy ward, for I can here disarm thee with this stick. So you come forward, carrying your sword in your hand, and I am not having a sword in my hand. I am having only this small stick. Showing his magic stick to him, he says that with this stick I will disarm you. Means I will make your weapon fall on the ground. And make thy weapon drop. Means your weapon will fall on the ground. I will simply use this small stick. Miranda, beseech you, father. But Miranda knows the strength of that speech, that stick. So therefore she requests her father that, father, please, I beseech you, I request you. But before she could complete her sentence, Prospero scolds her, say, hence means you go away from here. Don't hang on my garments. Means Miranda has sat on her knees, pleading, just getting hold on the garments of her father. So he says that don't just hang loose on my garments. It means Prospero is not in a mood to accept the appeal of Miranda. So Miranda says, sir, have pity, I will be his surety. But Miranda does not give up. She still persists that, sir, please, have pity, show mercy. Don't bother about him. Don't worry about him. I will give the guarantee of this man. So Miranda is so much, you can say, enchanted by the charm of Ferdinand that she even is ready to give the guarantee of Ferdinand without knowing much about Ferdinand. Prospero in line 550 says, silence. One word more shall make me chide thee. But Prospero at once threatens her. He just scolds her, chides her, saying that be silent. Don't speak any single word more. If you keep on appealing on his side, so I will chide thee also. I will just scold you, if not hate thee. Maybe I will not be able to hate you as you are my daughter, my loving daughter, but I will not resist to scold you. What? An advocate for an impostor? What are you doing? You are advocating for this impostor. Impostor matlab, this man is pretending to be what he is not. And you are just pleading for him. Have you gone mad? Hush, be silent. Thou thinkest there is no more such shapes as he, having seen but him and Caliban? Foolish wench. He scolds his daughter, say that you are a foolish girl. Just to see him you think that you have not seen anyone else except Caliban and this man? There are no other human beings on this earth. To the most of men this is a Caliban. But let me tell you, line number 555 is important line. To the most of men this is Caliban. If you compare this man with other men whom you have not seen till now, so this man is as bad, as wicked as Caliban is. And they to him are angels. And when you compare this man with other men, so you will find that other men are angels in comparison to this man. So don't fall for him in such a manner. Miranda, my affections are then most humble. But Miranda says that, okay, no problem. If this man is as wicked as Caliban, so you can think that my affection, my love is also very humble. My aspirations are also of very humble nature. I don't want a big thing. I don't want a very important and very significant, very brave person. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man. Even I don't have any other ambition, any desire left in me to see a better human being. This man is the ultimate man for me. Prospero to Ferdinand, line 560. Come on, obey. Thy nerves are in their infancy again and have no vigor in them. Prospero just overlooks Miranda and speaks to Ferdinand that you please come on. What I said to you, obey me. Your nerves are in infancy again. Nerves means your muscles, your sinews are again going back into your childhood. Childhood refers to means weakness. They are getting weaker and no strength is left in them. You are standing with your sword, but I feel that you have no strength left to fight with me. Ferdinand, so they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. Ferdinand accepts the reality. He says, yes, sir. They are they are in the same condition as you have just described. My spirits all have been bounded up just in a dream. I feel that it is happening like a dream to me. My all muscles are becoming weaker and weaker. My spirits have been just bounded up by something. My father's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats to whom I am subdued are but like to me. Might I, but through my prison once a day, behold this maid. 565. Ferdinand agrees to be a prisoner. He says, I am ready. My spirits are giving way. I surrender before you. But on one condition, that if from my imprisonment, I am allowed to see this maiden, this girl, once in a day. So I would forget my father's loss. I will forget this weakness. I would forget the destruction of all my friends. And even your threats also would not affect me. I will forget the insult, the humiliation which I realized because of the threatenings of this man. So overall, Ferdinand also is in deep love with Miranda. Therefore, he agrees to just have a look of Miranda once in a day from his imprisonment on this condition, and therefore he is ready to forget all the pain, all the sufferings till now. All corners else on the earth let liberty make use of. He says, let everybody in every corner of the earth be free, but I am ready to be imprisoned. I am ready to be your captive on this condition that you will allow me to have a look at this maiden once in a day. Space enough have I in such a prison means this condition is this, my condition is this, that I should have a space in my cell from where I can see this girl. Prospero aside, it works. Prospero is happy because the emotions of Ferdinand is also becoming more and more sincere. So he says that my planning is working. To Ferdinand, come on, thou hast done well, find Ariel. So he orders Ferdinand to come after him, and to Ariel he says that you have done a good job. Follow me to Ariel, hark what thou shalt do to me. So Ferdinand is told to follow Prospero, and Ariel is told to do something more. Miranda 575 line, be of comfort. Miranda realizes that she could not change the attitude of her father. Her appeals have gone waste, but still she tries to comfort Ferdinand. When Ferdinand is ready to follow Prospero, so Miranda just tries to convince him that my father is a man of better nature. He is not so rough as you see him now. Then he appears by speech. By his words he appears to be very rough and harsh, but actually he is not this kind of fellow. This is unwanted which now came from him. This is very unnatural behavior which has come from him. He is not of this kind of nature. Prospero, thou shalt be as free as mountain winds, but then exactly do all points of my command. Prospero overlooks all the comments of Miranda and Ferdinand, and Prospero speaks to Ariel again that you will get your freedom in the same manner as the winds above the mountain peaks move freely. So you just do all the things according to my commands. Ariel says to the syllable means I will do exactly told by you, and Prospero, come follow, speak not for him. So Prospero says to Ferdinand that you come and follow me, speak not for him. Maybe he is saying this word to Miranda that you will not speak anything more about this man. So don't advocate for him. And in this way, Prospero takes away Ferdinand. So this is the end of Act 1, Scene 2. Thank you viewers for watching the video.